about Botox. Visit BotoxChronicMigraine.com or call 1-800-44-BOTOX.
It's here. King of the Hill and WD-40 brand present the limited edition King of the Hill WD-40 Collector's Can. Available now exclusively at the Home Depot, in-store and online. How many are you grabbing? One for you, one for your dad, and one for every Hank in your life. Get your King of the Hill WD-40 Collector's Can today before they're gone. Watch the new season of the Hulu original King of the Hill on July 20th. Streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus for bundle subscribers. Terms apply. Available nationwide for a limited time while supplies last. Availability varies by location and online.
There's enough needless nonsense in the world already. Your phone plan shouldn't add to it. Verizon's new Simplicity plan cuts down on the nonsense in your life. Now there's just one plan, one price. $30 a line per month, even for a single line. And everyone gets our best 5G network. It's a phone plan designed to do exactly what a phone plan is supposed to do. Isn't that a lot simpler? Switch today at Verizon.com or at your nearest store. For new customers, $30 per line includes auto pay and switch discount. Additional taxes, fees, and terms apply. Unlimited data is restricted to on-device smartphone usage. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
Right now.
Is pink noise. Brown noise is deeper, has lower frequencies, it's got more bass, minimalizes that higher frequency. And I didn't really know this, but apparently you can liken some of these to sounds in nature, and apparently brown noise is more akin to like a river rapid or a heavy rainfall or thunder.
Because there's also white noise and pink noise, you think brown noise is just named after the color brown. Wrong. There was a scientist named Robert Brown from Scotland.
White noise is used, aside from just sleeping, a lot of times with like noise-canceling headphones and stuff, masking other sounds.
Pink noise is a little different. It's kind of like the compromise between white noise and brown noise.
As far as which one is best for sleep, there have been some very middling studies over the years. But at Oxford in 2017, they said that they fell asleep 40% faster listening to white noise, but their overall sleep was about the same.
Okay.
There was a study in 2017 from Northwestern of 13 older adults, and they said pink noise provided deeper sleep overall and improved ability to recall words.
For the entire Colorful Noises episode and everything else in the Stuff You Should Know universe, open the free iHeart app, search Stuff, and listen now.
The free iHeartRadio app is #1 for music, radio, and podcasts, all in one. Discover a new podcast from our library of over 350,000 titles. Here's an iHeartRadio podcast preview.
It started with a feeling. Some nagging worry about this world we find ourselves in.
Steve Kerr just threw the clipboard. Steve Kerr just got teed up. Steve Kerr just got ejected.
A world where everyone hates the referee.
Feels like someone keeps poking you in the back of the shoulder and then saying, foul, foul, foul.
I would never say the things that I do to referees to a person in normal life.
I'm Michael Lewis, author of The Blind Side, Moneyball, The Big Short, The Fifth Risk. This is my first podcast. It's called Against the Rules. I'm taking you to all the poorly refereed corners of life.
Look where we're sitting right now, Michael. We're in a crappy parking lot across the street from one of the most important capital market building on the globe.
I just have some simple, basic questions.
Who's going through my trash? Yeah, people do it.
Here's what I think. We still need our referees. Someone to make the call. Someone to protect us when life's unfair. But these days, it's not easy. Why would anybody want to be a ref?
Seriously, I wonder that too, man. And they're not allowed to say anything. They're not allowed to explain themselves. They're not allowed to defend themselves.
So I'm going to defend them. Against the Rules is the new show from Pushkin Industries.
Listen and follow this podcast for free on the iHeartRadio app. #1 for music, radio, and podcasts, all in one.
Team USA closed out group play of the World Cup with a 3-2 loss to Turkey. The Americans giving up the game-winning goal in the final seconds of stoppage time. The U.S. had already clinched the group and a berth in the knockout round. They meet Bosnia in the round of 32 Wednesday. Baseball action yesterday was highlighted by a case of deja vu. The Phillies beat the Nationals 10-5, scoring 5 times in the ninth. Bryce Harper, the go-ahead home run. The Phils beat the Nats in the last 3 games of that series and rallied in the ninth in every game. Manager Don Mattingly.
It is hard to describe because you don't see this that often. The guys hung in there like we couldn't get anything going early.
Phillies scored 15 ninth-inning runs over those last 3 games. Big trade in the NBA yesterday. Charlotte sending LaMelo Ball to Minnesota for Naz Reid and draft picks. Meanwhile, ESPN reports the Celtics remain interested in dealing All-Star Jaylen Brown. And the NHL draft is tonight in Buffalo. Toronto picks first. That's sports. I'm Matt McCoy.
FIFA World Cup 2026 live on Fox is presented by Verizon.
All right.
Oh, he gets everywhere. Yesterday, Ecuador secured a round of 32 berth thanks to Gonzalo Plata's winner against Germany. The result prompting Ecuador's president to declare today a national holiday. The Netherlands claimed the top spot in Group F, courtesy of a 3-1 victory over Tunisia. Brian Brobby found the back of the net in the first half, his third goal of the tournament. The US had already clinched first in Group D ahead of last night's clash with Turkey. Austin Trusty gave the Americans an early lead, but Turkey prevailed, scoring with the last kick of the game, much to the chagrin of the crowd in Los Angeles. Well, these were the scenes last night at watch parties in Kansas City, Washington, D.C. US fans, of course, disappointed by the result, but grateful their team is off to the knockout stage.
The game is over. Brazil have won it. Pelé is being mobbed. Pelé, El Gran Pelé.
Argentina are champions of the world again. It's Argentina who win the World Cup.
And the fans of America go wild. Soccer really has arrived in the United States. Their skipper
And Brazil dominate the world stage again.
So the United States reached the round of 16 in 1994. Next up for them this summer, a round of 32 showdown with Bosnia and Herzegovina, July 1st in the San Francisco Bay Area. Welcome to Fox Sports' continuing coverage of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. I'm Rebecca Lowe, alongside French World Cup winner Thierry Henry, Fox Sports Employee of the Month Zlatan Ibrahimovic, and US Soccer Hall of Famer Alexi Lalas. Gentlemen, lovely to see you this morning. Some news coming out about in the last hour, Alexi, from The Athletic, first of all, reporting to it, but it has been confirmed by US Soccer to us here at Fox Sports that US Soccer Federation have offered a 4-year contract, an extension to Mauricio Pochettino to take the USA into the 2030 World Cup. Now, the report suggests that both parties are happy to wait until the end of the 2026 World Cup for them to then make a full decision, or really for Pochettino to make a decision. What's your reaction to that news this morning?
I'm happy to wait. I do not understand rehiring a coach before the World Cup. Especially in this case, Mauricio Pochettino's only job was to make sure that the U.S. has a successful World Cup, a successful home World Cup. Jury's still out on that, okay? So far, so good in terms of getting out of the group, which we've done before, winning the group, which we've done before, but we still have games to go. I don't doubt that he has enjoyed his time, and I actually have enjoyed Mauricio Pochettino as a head coach. I am wary of multiple cycles. I know he's only had a half of a cycle, but it loses a little bit in the second cycle, and I'd be wary of that. But ultimately, I want to see what he does with his team in the World Cup, and then you judge whether you continue on with him.
Okay, well, the US lost, of course, as we said, last night against Turkey, and we're going to discuss what happened on the field in just a second. But last night, you were at the stadium, Lex, and you were all in your feelings, your positive feelings afterwards. Let's take a look.
So, all in all, yeah, a disappointing result, a disappointing day. But you know what is really disappointing? When you get on a plane tomorrow and you go home because you're not in the World Cup anymore. And the U.S., we ain't doing that, baby.
I mean, he's not wrong, chaps.
No, not at all. He's right. Better to be in the World Cup than flying home
wherever you fly to.
Well, exactly. Go on, Lex.
I mean, look, there is a flight. I looked it up in an hour and a half from LAX back to Istanbul. And, you know, the reality is the U.S. team, the only flight that they're going to take is a flight up north to the Bay Area for a round of 32 game. And yes, that is a bigger picture. But, you know, to my point last night, it hasn't changed today. Yeah, it stings. It's a disappointment. But I was listening to you guys yesterday talk about the greater good and the bigger goal. And even Mauricio Pochettino in his post-game comments was talking about the fact that the game that you want to win, ultimately, is the round of 32. And so nobody will remember the Turkey game as long as you win that round of 32 game.
Yeah, the first questions that I asked you both last night as soon as that whistle went was, does this matter? And I couldn't get either of you in any way to say it mattered at all.
I think Pochettino's mind was already on Bosnia and Herzegovina because that's the important game. The one yesterday was to put players that didn't play, give them some minutes, don't do any stupid things, don't get any injuries. And you look at the bigger picture, you want to do good in the World Cup. If you want 3 games in the group stage and make history in that way, no, you wanna win the trophy. The objective is the trophy, and from there you go. So whatever happened yesterday is less important, and that will not affect what will happen in the next game. So on to the next one, recharge and full focus.
Thierry, you brought up yesterday at the Euros in the year 2000, France were in a similar position, lost that third group game, but went on to win the trophy, which ultimately vindicated that decision. That might not happen this time around, but you still think it doesn't matter?
No, it doesn't matter. The only thing you can put on the matter fact is that people went to see a team that they wanted to see winning against Turkey. That's the only thing, and I can understand if you're a fan and you're like, oh, we lost the game. But as a coach, you wanted to stay on that side of the world, on the West Coast. You wanted to top the group. You did it. So let's not be too into details here of how it happened or not. Some guys played. You don't want to get people that were going to be injured. Nobody got injured. I don't know how trusty he is this morning, but hopefully he's not injured. Pulisic is back. And what I would say is, what's it's even more clear is that without Pulisic, it's not the same team. That's what I would say. Because when he came on yesterday, things changed straight away. You could see Turkey were a bit on, they were scared with the running behind, they were scared when he takes the ball. He is the X factor, like Messi can be for Argentina, like Ronaldo can be for Portugal, like Mbappe can be, and some more for France. But that's the main thing. You went through, and I understood what Pochettino was saying yesterday.
But I like the mindset also of the US team, because they wanted to win. They put pressure on themselves to win. They put higher expectations for themselves. That's the way to do it, because you need that mentality and you push yourself even more. But like I said, the bigger picture is the main target.
And nobody that started the game yesterday, except for Weston McKennie, you would say should start the round of 32 game against Bosnia here. So it doesn't mean that they're not good players. It doesn't mean there isn't depth. But I think that showed what the 11 is. Yeah. That is, if we're going to the promised land, that's going to lead us to the promised land.
Okay, very quick.
It's quick. You went from not trusting that team to wanting to win every single game in the group and more and more. No, I'm saying in general.
Fans.
That's a positive thing. Embrace it. Embrace it.
Okay.
Higher expectations.
Yes,
It's a good thing. It means progress.
Yeah, and as you say, Pulisic came on, changed the game. Gentlemen, thank you. Kylian Mbappe is in the France 11 today. He has 4 goals this summer and 16 in his World Cup career. Mbappe will lead Les Bleus against Norway with first place in Group I on the line today. Erling Haaland also on target 4 times this summer to lead Norway to a pair of victories, but Haaland is available only on the bench today. He's taking a rest, with Norway making 10 changes to their lineup. All-day access, sponsored by Verizon. Norway's clash with France takes place in Boston today, while Senegal and Iraq meet at the same time, but in Toronto, both teams still with faint hopes of advancing. And then later on, Uruguay face Lamine Yamal and Spain in Group H before New Zealand take on Belgium in Group G. 3 more groups concluding their matches on day 16.
Bang the drum. The Vikings are for real.
Haaland again! Scores again! That's what he does! The master marksman!
But greatness has a way of answering. France still owns the standard. And when they meet, it only accelerates.
They've gone rampaging. They look unstoppable right now.
A superpower of the modern game. Spain has finally arrived.
Lamine Yamal. This is dreamland for Spain.
But Uruguay is built for days like this.
Brilliant football. Great goal.
And in Group G, everything is on the line.
What a strike. Astonishing. Out of nowhere. What a moment.
And today,
Dembele. There it is. And the whole wide world is watching.
there's no going back.
So first up today, Norway and France face off in Boston, live on Fox. Senegal and Iraq meet in Toronto. That one's on FS1. We're going to bring you all the team news when we come back this Friday morning.
Visible puts the ultimate wireless hack in the palm of your hand. Dive into unlimited 5G data for just $25 a month. Taxes and fees included, all in, every month. Powered by Verizon, America's best 5G network. Plus, unlimited hotspot to keep you connected. Unlimited, unleashed, and no contract holding you back. Visible isn't just a wireless plan. It's wireless designed for the chronically connected. Big wireless service for half the cost. Visible. Live in the know.
The union of fruity sweet gummy and tangy crunchy nerds. Nerds Gummy Clusters. Unleash your senses.
Should we just sit here? Okay. You okay to make noise?
DoorDash.
"250 years ago, Americans lit the fuse that ignited a revolution."
This summer, celebrate 250 years of freedom.
They didn't set out to change America, but it's what ended up happening.
You can start streaming all of Fox Nation's unmissable content for its lowest price ever, $17.76 a year.
If you're a fan of saying what it is, you might be Fox worthy.
With historic new series.
Against impossible odds, witness the moments that gave birth to a nation.
Electrifying live events.
You got the chance going.
Exclusive originals you can't find anywhere else.
These are stories of the saints.
This isn't just a deal, it's a full-blown celebration.
In this historic moment, I want to do my part for what these men risked.
And this offer will never be available again.
You have ambition.
I have pride, sir.
And to think, it all started with a cup of tea.
That explains a lot.
Start streaming Fox Nation for only $17.76 a year. Go to foxnation.com and sign up today.
The winner will go to the World Cup.
I'm Harry Wilson.
Weston McKinney.
Michael Corella.
This group of players have got no fear.
You're playing for something bigger than yourself. Growing up, my dream was to walk out at a World Cup.
It's very special.
I feel like it's going to be the game of our lives.
I am back. I'm here to help.
I don't know what to do.
Have you lost your passion? We're going to rebuild this thing. You can cook, girl.
That means a lot coming from you.
We're cooking with love.
FIFA World Cup 2026 live on Fox is presented by Verizon.
Can anybody join me?
The Norwegian fans have been making their presence known.
See if they do their row, row, row your boat routine.
Norway fired up tonight.
Norwegian fans dancing here.
How good has that been? Norway supporters have become a sensation this summer. The Viking row on full display during victories over Iraq and Senegal, and they've also travelled in large numbers today to Boston for a clash with France. Well, Norway have given their fans plenty to celebrate so far this summer. The Norwegians making the most of their 4th World Cup appearance and the first since 1998. They are already through to the round of 32 with 1 match to spare, and the same is true of France. Both teams have been a cut above their Group I competitors.
Oh, brilliant from Mbappe! Brilliant! France lead! Well, Mbappe! Out of nowhere! 3-1!
Mbappe! Chance for 2, Mbappe's there! Job done for France.
The time has come for Erling Haaland.
And there it is!
Erling Haaland meets the World Cup.
Haaland, and he's put it in the back of the net. Does it again. The master marksman. Haaland again. Scores again. That's what he does. And makes it look like shelling peas. And that is it. That game against France will decide who finishes top in Group I.
So time for your team news. The Fox starting lineup sponsored by American Express. Egil Selvik starts in goal for Norway today, with Leo Østigård a key figure at the back for them. The likes of Martin Ødegaard and Erling Haaland are both going to be on the bench. Norway will be counting on inspiration from Fulham's Oscar Bob and Crystal Palace striker Jørgen Strand Larsen. Moving over to France. Now, manager Didier Deschamps will not be on the touchline today due to the passing of his mother. He flew home to attend the funeral. Is expected to return for the knockout stage. Our thoughts, of course, are with Didier Deschamps at this time. His assistant, Guy Stefan, well, he leads this team, handing Mike Maignan, of course, another start in goal. Dayo Upamecano anchors the back line. The attack is led by Kylian Mbappe, who made his 100th France appearance last time out against Iraq. Mbappe hoping to add to his 60 international goals. Now for our sweat scenario, sponsored by Degree. This is where it gets important. Both France and Norway are already through to the round of 32. France only need a point to finish first in Group I. Norway have to win. Boston Stadium is the site for the 16th all-time meeting between Norway and France. So let's check in for our match commentators for this one, Ian Dark and Landon Donovan.
Thank you very much indeed, Rebecca. France know that if they avoid defeat, they top the group here. But they're without Didier Deschamps. We do send condolences to him and his family. But how does it affect the players when the boss is not around?
Well, when the cats are away, the mice will play sometimes. I would say that's the case for new managers you're not used to, but they've been around Deschamps forever. He's been around them. I don't think it'll be an issue tonight.
As for Norway, a few changes here today. But they're a team in a winning mood, aren't they? It should never be taken lightly.
No, definitely not taken lightly, but the coach has made a strategic decision to say, I'm going to rest some guys. I'm worried about the round of 32, but don't take them lightly. Still a good team.
I think America has fallen in love with the Norwegian fans. And let's get a little bit more about those changes now from Jeff Shreves.
Yes, Ian, as Landon said there, he's got his mind on the round of 32, stole his soul back, and he said this is an important game, but the most important game is that next game, and we need to be fresh mentally and physically. We could face extra time, we could face penalties, so that's why he's made 10 changes. You could argue that. Is that a gamble? They might face a stronger opponent. Anyway, Didier Deschamps has sent word. His view is completely the opposite, for practical reasons. France are based here in Boston. He wants to stay on this coast. And he said, if we come second, it changes everything logistically. Cities are further to travel to, and also there's the temperature issue too. First is best. So 2 very different approaches. Perhaps only time will tell who gets it right. Rebecca.
Cheers, Jeff. The other Group I match between Senegal and Iraq, that one takes place at Toronto Stadium. So we're going to take you there now. And our match commentary team for that one, Ian Crocker alongside Danny Higginbotham.
Well, Rebecca, with Norway and France in their group, this was always going to be a challenge for Senegal, and they've certainly left themselves with a lot to do. They've got to go for goals, but when you actually look at their team today, could they do it, Danny?
I think most definitely they can. I think they need to have a fast start. I think when you look at this team, the problem in the World Cup has been in both boxes. Uncharacteristic mistakes at one end and missing chances at the other end. So the way you have to look at it, they're probably going to have to win by 3 or 4 goals to give themselves a really good opportunity of going through to the knockout stages. And as for Iraq, they've come here and they've been unfortunate as well because they've made some really bad mistakes at the back. Senegal will look to try and take advantage of that, and they'll want that first goal really early if they can get it.
Can Senegal keep their World Cup dream alive? We're about to find out, Rebecca.
Chaps, thank you very much. So Iraq still seeking their first ever World Cup point, and look at those fans hoping it comes for them today in Toronto. That is quite the scene of Iraq fans. They're closing out their Group I campaign against Senegal today. So Norway with plenty of support themselves back home for today's clash with France. These fans doing the Viking row just on the top of the mountain. We're expecting to see this at Boston Stadium a little bit later on. Both Norway and France with no trouble, of course, scoring this summer. Not surprising considering the presence of Kylian Mbappe and Erling Haaland. And we're going to dissect this Group I clash when we come back.
This isn't the best seat in the house. This is. It's where you can make your rival friends swallow their pride. It's where you're always treated like family. The one your friends save for you, front and center. It's the only seat with all your people and your Modelo. A seat that any beer would love to have, but only the Cerveza for Football can. Modelo, the Cerveza for Football.
This is the big leagues. 4 international territories compete for the title of Global Master Chef.
It's Master Chef. Anything can happen.
Is this a Band-Aid?
Master Chef returns July 15th after the World Cup on Fox and anytime on Hulu. Celebrate 250 years of freedom. Start streaming all of Fox Nation's unmissable content for its lowest price ever, $17.76 a year.
They didn't set out to change America, but that's what ended up happening.
Go to foxnation.com and sign up today.
Tomorrow on Fox, England aims to top the group against Panama. Ronaldo and Portugal face Colombia for first place in Group K. Then it's Messi and Argentina against Jordan.
Messi! Just made World Cup history.
The World Cup, tomorrow at 4 Eastern on Fox.
Play. Every kid should have a chance to play. Play because it's fun. Play because it's healthy. Play because they deserve it. Play on the field, on the court, on 2 feet, on 1 foot, on the ground, in the cage. Play because they learn. Play because they grow. Play because it builds character. Play because they need it. Play because they need each other. Play because it changes lives. Play because it matters.
The winner will go to the World Cup.
I never thought I'd be part of a team that got to a World Cup.
They say dream come true.
Definitely a game for the books.
That World Cup's still something special. Every country strives to reach it.
Look at this. You got the MLB All-Star Game in Philadelphia. You wait 250 years, then throw a party so big with the best baseball players on earth, it needs its own zip code. Oh, baby! This is how America celebrates a birthday. At this point, it's not a game. It's us showing off. A night of American celebration, 250 years in the making. July 14th on Fox.
Mbappe!
Brilliant from Mbappe!
Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you.
No, you can.
Yes, I can.
No, you can.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Haaland, the master marksman!
He's coming for you.
Sooner or later, I'm greater than you.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're
yes,
not.
I am. Yes, I am.
That's what he does!
Can they go all the way?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Oh, brilliant. Norway had a perfect 8 wins from 8 in qualifying to reach their first World Cup since 1998. They're off to a strong start this summer with victories already over Iraq and Senegal. Now, one of Erling Haaland's goal celebrations against Senegal was seemingly a tribute to our Thierry Henry. But he made some interesting comments after that game to Katie Shanahan about facing France today.
Up next is France and the likes of Kylian Mbappe. How big a challenge is that going to be for Norway? You guys in flying form, can't wait for it.
Honestly, I don't care too much now. We're through. We managed to get through, which is incredible. So I couldn't care too much about that game now. They're probably going to win against us. They're probably going to win the whole tournament.
Well, that's quite the statement. But congratulations through to the knockout stage. And you can't stop smiling, so well done.
That's so Erling Haaland, though, Zlatan, isn't it? Just to come out with a line like they're probably just going to beat us. I mean, what are your thoughts when you see him there?
He's being realistic. to be honest, that he doesn't play today, it was expected, because if they wouldn't win against Senegal, Norway would play all their best players, and it's all part of the plan to qualify to the round of 32, and that's the one they are focusing on. Today, they don't want to take any risk by playing their best players and reaching their first objective, and then from there they keep pushing. And then I want to send my condolences also to Deschamps and his family. Family goes above everything. So
yeah,
that's it. And
yeah.
On to France. Okay.
Yeah, indeed. We appreciate that, Zlatan. Thank you. We heard Jeff Shreves talk about the importance of France topping the groups. They wouldn't have to travel. Just talk us through, from the perspective of the players and also the staff, about really trying not to travel as much as you can and why it matters.
Everything matters. The time of the game, the coach, not getting put into, the jet lag. Obviously, the country is big. You want to stay where you are. I knew France was going to play a strong team. I knew Norway wasn't going to play a strong team. Straight away after when I saw the interview of Alan, he said that because he knew he wasn't going to play. And by the way, the most important thing is to qualify. That's what I said. People in the United States, if Alan thinks it doesn't matter, you can also think that it doesn't matter. It's what you do in the round of 32. If you don't validate that by going through, then it's a different ball game. But to go back to France is just a matter of the traveling. And I knew that, carrying that momentum. And also, to go back to your point, what happened to the coach. Can you give him a win that he can, from afar celebrate it with you? And we all know he's at the funeral. And I left him a message, by the way, all my thoughts are with his family. And that, when you play with an extra thing on the day also for your coach, it's going to be extra special. But yes, it's about not moving and staying in Boston.
Okay, that's why they've been such a strong team. Lex, during the commercial break, you said, Thierry, I cannot tell you how big a France fan I am today, and I will tell you why in a minute. So let's hear it, Lex.
Alexis. Okay, well, listen, I love Erling Haaland, but as he just said, he doesn't care. So fine. I don't care about Erling Haaland. I don't care about Norway today. Mon ami, I could not be any more French today, all right? If you put a beret on me and gave me a bottle of wine here, all right? I want France to come out here today with the lineup that they have, with the stars that they have, and I want them to kick the crap out of this Norway team. I want Kylian Mbappe to score 4 goals, okay? And I know that Norway might be looking past it right now, but he doesn't care. I don't care about him. I am all France today.
Come on now.
What happened? You said even he would be better than me in the tournament. Now you switch opinion.
I weave, my friend. I weave. It's a thing.
Welcome in Norway, but it's a thing we do over here in the
He would have to score goals today to arrive to a certain level. No, Alexis?
Who needs to get scored?
Haaland. To reach.
It's going to be hard from the bench.
Yeah, but if he really wants to reach Zlatan...
It's 59 goals and 52...
Yeah, his ratio isn't bad. There is a lot of...
Mbappe's playing. Mbappe's out there. He's giving the people what they want.
Chaps, there is a lot of love in the studio, though, I feel, this morning. What is happening? Chef Nick, following this World Cup, I know, closely. And today's Norway-France clash in Boston afforded him the opportunity for an interesting comparison between France and Norway. Look at
Let's see. Who has the better food, France or Norway? Crepes? Waffles. I think the crepes win. Crepes or Norwegian salmon? Goodbye crepe. Salmon or escargot, also known as snails. I think Norway still has it. Salmon versus creme brulee. Creme brulee versus Norwegian brown cheese. This is basically a caramel cheese. Super famous in Norway. That's not very good. French wins.
Thierry Way, Chef Nick's content is part of Fox Sports wall-to-wall coverage this World Cup, which includes After Hours with James Corden and Jameis Winston's dispatches from the road. Thierry, France won with creme brulee.
He doesn't look happy. You gotta talk to this Nick.
I think he was most sad about the salmon versus the crepes. Was that
super famous in Norway cheese? That's my favorite.
I gotta try some of those.
Norway hoping to prevail against France on the pitch today, and they'll have plenty of support back home for this Group I showdown. Fans are gathering for a watch party in Oslo. That looks good. Kylian Mbappe enters today, 1 goal behind Lionel Messi in the Golden Boot race, 2 goals behind him on the all-time World Cup scoring list.
Let's go, Rebecca. Let's go.
Can Mbappe add to his
gotta go,
Let's go. These guys, they're doing the world. The US wrapped up their group-stage campaign.
Let's go.
Rebecca, come on.
Rebecca, you're leading this boat.
I'm just trying to talk about the United States.
Feel the burn.
Let's go, Rebecca.
Norway and the row has taken over.
Let's go.
Question, Patricia?
Did Pythagoras have a theory on any other shapes?
Patricia?
What's more valuable, the art or the name on it?
Interesting. But is the portfolio income resilient to rate changes?
At Pigeon, we're a global asset manager who believes the market rewards those who challenge it. Pigeon, keep asking.
Can I offer a different perspective?
New Balance, we got now.
This group of players have no fear.
Growing up, my dream was to walk out at a World Cup. It's going to be the game of our lives.
Welcome to the game show that nobody wants to win. Spell guarantee. G-A. I was G-U.
This is harder than I thought.
What did the itsy-bitsy spider climb up? We will push them to their limits academically. What kind of doctor specialises in feet?
Pediatrician?
It'll get better soon, you'll see.
Turned 50 years ago, a nation founded by an idea, freedom.
That one declaration
took us to places we'd never dreamed of. 13 small colonies
To 50 United States.
from fledgling republic
To leader of the free world. We don't always agree, but we're free to disagree. America isn't just a place. It's an idea the world depends on.
and freedom grows stronger with time.
FIFA World Cup 2026 live on Fox is presented by Verizon.
We've all believed for a long time, but to see some of the reactions around this country, I've got goosebumps, to be honest with you.
And the building shakes in Seattle.
I think the country has a lot of belief now, knowing that we can do amazing things.
The Americans are here. Perfect beginning.
I think we're just ready to seize our moment.
This team and this country are starting to believe.
Enjoy what this is. Embrace what this is. We're here. We're doing this.
The United States suffered a 3-2 defeat to Turkey in their final group game, but that didn't change the fact the Americans are going to face Bosnia and Herzegovina in the round of 32. Let's have a look at Mauricio Pochettino last night, responding to criticism directed at his team.
I don't understand. The objective was to finish first, and we are first. I think it's all positive, and I am so positive. And I am happy. Maybe I am not showing because your questions are a little bit weird. And for you not to say congratulations that we won the group, that is a little bit sad. But only that. I need to remember you and everyone that we won the group. Sorry, guys. We won.
Some strong words from Poch. Big news involving him today, by the way. If you're just joining us, US Soccer clearly happy with his work. The Argentine's been offered a 4-year contract to manage the US at the 2030 World Cup. Pochettino's focus at the moment, though, is on guiding the US to a round of 32 win at the World Cup, this one. The Americans will square off against Bosnia and Herzegovina, as we were saying, July 1st, live on Fox. US Soccer Hall of Famer Clint Dempsey joins us now. Let's talk about this news. When we came on air, it just broken that they've offered Pochettino this 4-year deal till 2030 and after that World Cup, but that he doesn't want to make the decision till after the World Cup. Alexi didn't understand why the offer was even made. Your thoughts, Clint?
I mean, Pochettino's in a great position here. He's got him on toast, like what we were talking about. But I think wait and see how the rest of this tournament plays out. See his interest level in terms of wanting that job, because I know there's been some interest in terms of going back to Europe. He's kind of let it be known that that's something he's interested in. So I think we're all a little bit premature here, but hey, hats off to Pochettino so far. He's done a great job.
Lex, how much do you think his decision will be affected by what happens across the next couple of weeks?
I think it'll definitely affect it. But I also think, to Clint's point, the United States Soccer Federation's decision should have been relative to what he does. By the way, Mauricio, if you're watching, congratulations on winning the group. We've won the group before, okay? What if this team goes out, and by the way, the round of 32, not the round of 16 where we normally are, but the round of 32, and loses, by the way, to Bosnia, a team that the U.S. is better than. Now what? You're going to reward him for that? No, I think he understands that, and I understand he was pushing back there in the press conference, and I understand he kind of has to. But everything and all of his focus right now, and all of the judgment, is going to be relative to what happens now out of the group and in this round of 32 and moving on.
What did you make of those comments from Pochettino?
I mean, look, he deserves to be congratulated, and so does this team, for how they've dealt with the pressure and gotten this fan base behind them, created that 12th man, that home field advantage, and just really how they performed. But sometimes you need a reality check, right? And that is we don't have as much depth as we would like. We concede too many goals, in my opinion. But the positives are Christian's healthy. We have our strongest lineup available to play against Bosnia. And I think we'll get back to playing how we did against Paraguay, how we played against Australia, and go on and do something truly special in this World Cup.
Pulisic changed the game yesterday for you?
Yeah, I think he did. I mean, every time he touched the ball, good things happened. He was dangerous. I know he really wanted to get that goal so he can put his stamp on this World Cup. But let's not forget the other players that have made big impacts as well. I think there's been a lot of stars. Balogun's really shined. I think our midfield with Tillman, McKinney, and Adams have been great as well. So, look, I think there's a lot of love to go around, but job's not done. There's still more work to be done, and let's get past Bosnia.
Yep. Clint, lovely to have you in the studio.
Hey, it's good to be here. It's good to get off the bench every now and then and get subbed in.
So
you are hanging out with the big dogs.
You change the game, my friend, when you enter the field.
Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, guys, Norway hoping for 3 points today at the expense of France in a top-of-the-table group eye clash coming up. The excitement is building amongst the Norwegian fans for this one. Reigning Ballon d'Or winner Oh, hang on a second. Here we go. Look at these shots here. I'm on the bench, but I'm hanging out with everyone. Ryan Shirky, of course, is Manchester City teammate. Erling Haaland on the bench if you're just tuning in today. Resting, of course, Norway already through.
He doesn't care also, Rebecca. I just want to make that point clear that he does not care about what happens today. But I do.
Zlatan cares. Let's look at this. Sponsored by Oakley Meta.
Hey, Meta, text Alexi on WhatsApp. Remember crossbar? That's nothing. Hey, Meta, film this. Send that to Alexi.
iHeart is America's number...
You're locked into a lot of things you can't change. Weather, traffic. Hey, stay in your lane. Your wireless carrier's latest price hike. But you can unlock a better way. Unlock the savings at Boost Mobile and save up to $600 a year.
These are built different with Power Boost ingredients. And they're built right here in the USA with US and global parts.
Upgrade your FIFA World Cup 2026 viewing experience. Build it like Beckham from the living room to the lawn with the Home Depot. Create a box seating experience with flowers for pops of color surrounding your pitch, the smell of grilled favorites, and a freshly painted fence sporting your team's colors. Fast free delivery is your home field advantage with charcoal, string lights, or whatever the game calls for right to your door. A clean assist. Build it like Beckham for match day. The Home Depot, official FIFA World Cup 2026 supporter. Subject to availability.
For adults with Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms, every choice matters. Tremfya offers self-injection or intravenous infusion from the start. Tremfya is administered as injections under the skin or infusions through a vein every 4 weeks, followed by injections under the skin every 4 or 8 weeks. If your doctor decides that you can self-inject Tremfya, proper training is required. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions, increased risk of infections or lower ability to fight them, and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or need a vaccine. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
FIFA World Cup 2026 pre-kick is presented by Adidas.
Jorgen Strand Larsen was an unused substitute in Norway's win over Senegal last time out, but the 26-year-old gets a chance from the start today against France at Boston Stadium. Well, both Alexander Sørloth and Martin Odegaard available on the bench today for Norway, and the two are very appreciative of the incredible support they've received from the Norway fans.
Nå ser jeg liksom masse rødt på tribunen, og du ser at det har dem, og de har satt sine spor i USA, de også så langt.
Jeg tror på en måte alle spillerne var kanskje litt sånn skeptisk til den ro-greia i starten, mens nå har det liksom alle blitt overbevist og bestemt oss for at hvis vi vant, så skulle vi...
Altså, vi er entusiastiske, og det gjør at de må bli entusiastiske og motsatt, så selv om de sitter på tribunen og vi er på banen, så blir man så tett.
Jeg tror det mange som har vært opptatt av oss nordmenn i det siste, og det jo takket være alle de som her og lager stemning og liv.
Norway have made a storming start to this World Cup.
Vi har snakket med denne gruppa, og så hovedmålet vårt var å komme videre fra gruppa, og vi kan bare kjøre på videre og ha det artig egentlig, for vi har allerede innfridd eller nådd målet vårt, og så da er det bare artig å vinne, da tror jeg.
Well, Norway went out in the group stage of the 1994 World Cup, but they have visions of a deep run this summer, and today their fans are hoping, of course, for 3 points against France at Boston Stadium. A little over 15 minutes until kickoff in Massachusetts as we welcome you back in for our players to watch, which means Zlatan goes first. Who have you gone for?
Player to watch, Leo Østegård. Today he has a big task. to defend that goal, because when the superstars from France start to attack, what Alexis wants to see, the French strikers smash that defense. So he has a big responsibility today to keep that line and keep those goals away from his own goal.
Okay, so Leo Ostergaard with a challenge on his hands. Thierry, what about you?
Desiree Doué. He didn't come to the party yet, and I know what he's capable of, and I think today he's going to make it happen, and he has to. He's been great for Paris Saint-Germain, as we all know. He didn't play so well, I would say, against Senegal. So it's time for him to shine, and I think he will today.
Strong French team today, and you're going, Alexi?
Reminder, Rebecca, that Erling Haaland doesn't care about this game, all right? So there's no chance I'm doing a player from Norway. You know who I'm doing. Kylian Mbappe, 27-year-old captain, 2 goals against Senegal, 2 goals against Iraq, 16 World Cup goals, ties him with Klose, France's all-time leading goal scorer, 60 goals and 100 appearances. I hope that he goes to 64, 65, 66 today, and he keeps smashing them in.
I feel like you're very triggered this morning.
I am.
You can see he has been missing us, yeah?
I have missed you guys.
Alexis,
I have missed you guys.
You're on fire today.
I've come back French, at least for today.
Let's go.
That's fine. You don't care?
Alexis.
Then I don't care about you.
The stage is set for the final 2 group matches in Group I. Senegal and Iraq clinging to faint hopes of advancing. They are meeting in Toronto after the break. That one is available for you on FS1, so if you want to watch that, just switch over. But Fox right here is your home for Norway-France, which takes place in Boston. Both teams with a perfect start. The walkouts and anthems are next.
Unlock the savings at Boost Mobile and save up to $600 a year. I've been scouting these big carriers for a minute now, and I've seen them pull the same play 1,000 times. They promise you the world, then hit you with a price hike right when the game gets tight. But Boost Mobile, their $25 a month unlimited wireless plan is the most consistent player on the floor. No contracts, no price hikes. Unlock the savings today at boostmobile.com/unlock. Based on average annual single line payment of AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile customers compared to 12 months of the Boost Mobile unlimited wireless plan as of January 2026. For full offer details, visit boostmobile.com.
FIFA World Cup takes the global stage from June 11th through July 19th on Fox 1, the official English streaming platform of FIFA World Cup 2026. Stream all 104 matches live and get closer to the action with a personalized viewing experience built around you. Choose up to 4 streams with multi-view, catch highlights before jumping into the action, get live stats in real time, and replay key plays instantly. Experience the FIFA World Cup live on Fox 1. Watch 3 days free. For details, visit Fox.com. Offers are subject to change. See Fox 1 for complete terms and conditions.
Upgrade your FIFA World Cup 2026 viewing experience. Build it like Beckham from the living room to the lawn with the Home Depot. Create a box seating experience with flowers for pops of color surrounding your pitch, the smell of grilled favorites, and a freshly painted fence sporting your team's colors. Fast free delivery is your home field advantage with charcoal, string lights, or whatever the game calls for right to your door. A clean assist. Build it like Beckham for match day. The Home Depot, official FIFA World Cup 2026 supporter. Subject to availability.
Did you know not all batteries are the same? For example, only Duracell batteries are built different with Power Boost ingredients. And Duracell are the only batteries that make this sound every time you say Power Boost ingredients. See? Duracell batteries with Power Boost ingredients. You try. Told you. Duracell batteries are built different with Power Boost ingredients. And they're built right here in the USA with US and global parts.
For adults with Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms, every choice matters. Tremfya offers self-injection or intravenous infusion from the start. Tremfya is administered as injections under the skin or infusions through a vein every 4 weeks, followed by injections under the skin every 4 or 8 weeks. If your doctor decides that you can self-inject Tremfya, proper training is required. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions, increased risk of infections or lower ability to fight them, and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or need a vaccine. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736.
Speed. Power.
precision.
The master marksman.
Force.
The one and only Haaland.
2 different ways to dominate the game.
What a touch, what a finish.
Absolutely rips that one.
2 different ways to define it.
Goes from second gear to fifth in the blink of an eye.
Unstoppable.
Kylian Mbappe.
That's why he's so special.
Erling Haaland.
That's what he does.
One knows this stage.
Allez les Bleus.
One was built for it.
The time has come for Erling Haaland.
Now, they share it.
He's sensational to watch.
Just a phenomenal goal scorer.
One of the best strikers in the world.
I can't wait for this one. I mean, this is a game that you would have picked at the beginning of the tournament.
Kickoff coming up between France and Norway. Fortunately for France, but unfortunately for the neutrals amongst us, Erling Haaland is on the bench today for Norway. But this one is all about who will win the group. Live shots in the tunnel. Zlatan, the winners of this group, very likely to play your lot, Sweden. The runners-up play Ivory Coast. You fancy a little France-Sweden, Thierry Henry, Zlatan face-off?
It already started from day one between me and Thierry, so let's put it out on the pitch also. He has a little advantage, but okay. I like those challenges, and it will be. We are here to enjoy, have fun. In the studio and on the pitch, we're competitive. There is no friends on the pitch.
You just saw a shot there of Kylian Mbappe.
Either you eat or you get eaten.
Okay.
And when the lion is hungry, he eats.
Okay. Kylian Mbappe's 15th World Cup start. You just saw him there. There he is. He will become the youngest player ever to reach 15 starts at a World Cup. Let's see them come out. Thierry, are you quite calm about this? They've made big changes. Norway, the big guns are on the bench. You have a very strong lineup. Should be straightforward?
I'm going to let Alexis talk about Norway because I think he wants to say something more about Norway. I'm going to concentrate on France and do what you have to do. You want to stay in Boston, so then you need to win. You need to win because you don't want to travel. We talked about it.
Yep.
And also, you see the guy, the captain, right there, the walk. He looks confident. And that's what you need to be in order to finish the job in terms of what we call, the group stage. So let's see what's going to happen. Let's enjoy it and go through as being tough.
Okay, real quick on Norway. Any more for you, Lex? Are you all done?
That team on the right is here to win a World Cup. The team on the left is just happy to be here.
Ooh.
Wow.
So it's Haaland's fight, yeah?
Dropped.
They better win this Norway.
Erling Haaland, Martin Odegaard, Alexander Sørloth, all on the bench for Norway today. Starting up front for them, Jørgen Strand Larsen. They've also got Fulham's Oscar Bob. They do still have talent in this lineup. Just a reminder, winners likely to play Sweden. Runners-up will play Ivory Coast. It's these two playing off the top spot in this group. Let's listen in, shall we, to the anthems out there in Boston.
For the playing of the national anthem of Norway. please remain standing if you are able for the playing of the national anthem of France.
When we come back, kick-off between one of the World Cup favourites and a team who many think are a dark horse. Oh, and another chance to see Kylian Mbappe at this World Cup. Landon Donovan and Ian Dark will have the call for you next.
You're locked into a lot of things you can't change. Weather, traffic. Hey, stay in your lane. Your wireless carrier's latest price hike. But you can unlock a better way. Unlock the savings at Boost Mobile and save up to $600 a year. Switch to the $25 a month unlimited wireless plan. No contracts, no price hikes, and you keep your phone. Stop being locked into their games. Unlock the savings at boostmobile.com/unlock. Based on average annual single line of payment of AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile customers compared to 12 months on the Boost Mobile unlimited wireless plan as of January 2026. For full offer details, visit boostmobile.com.
Lots of places can expose you to identity theft.
Oh no.
That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats to your identity, which is way more than anyone can do on their own. If we find anything suspicious, like new loans or changes to your financial accounts, we alert you right away, all through text, phone, email, or the LifeLock app. Get the alerts that could make all the difference. Save up to 30% with promo code NEWS at lifelock.com. Terms apply.
FIFA World Cup 2026 on Fox is presented by Lay's.
Welcome to Boston as Group I boils to a climax in Boston with the meeting of the top two in this group. Both of them have won their matches so far, and the winner of this one will definitely stay on the East Coast, and that's exactly what France intend to do. They want to stay around these parts and go down to New York again and play Sweden. There's the Norway team today, and they make 10 changes, including the omission of Erling Haaland and Martin Ødegaard, their two star men. Strond Larsen will play up front, Oscar Bob on the wing, Andreas Schelder up on the other wing. Only Fredrik Aursnes keeps his place, and he's moved to right back here today as Norway, frankly, look to keep their powder dry for the knockout rounds. As for France, well, they're definitely stronger. Just the 4 changes, but Kylian Mbappe does start in pursuit of the Golden Boot. In Chouameni, Doué, Theo Hernandez, and a World Cup debut for Maxence Lacroix, who's the central defensive partner of the USA's Chris Richards at Crystal Palace. It's a massive day for him, of course. There'll be a moment of silence in memory of the victims of the earthquakes in Venezuela.
For the victims of the earthquakes in Venezuela.
And our thoughts, of course, are with the family and friends of all victims of that earthquake. France, incidentally, today, without their head coach, Didier Deschamps, who is attending the funeral of his mother. And Guy Stefan, his assistants, will step in today. As for Norway, Landon, what about all the changes? No Erling Haaland in particular. They haven't won the last 5 times. He hasn't been in the starting lineup.
It's been interesting to see how all of these teams who have already qualified, some in first place, going into their 3rd match, how they approach this. It's their prerogative, Ian. They can do what they want. And for Ståle Solbakken, his decision is to rest his guys, make sure there are no injuries, no yellow cards, no red cards, and be ready for the knockouts. And again, that's his prerogative. Of course, from a neutral perspective, we want to see Erling Haaland play. But there's obviously a chance we'll see him later. So that was his choice.
Kylian Mbappe is 1 goal behind Lionel Messi at the top of the charts in the race for the Golden Boot. Norway in their distinctive red. And their fans, of course, have been a huge hit at this World Cup, as well as the team with the famous Viking row. I'm sure you're going to see plenty of that today. How do France approach it? They know just a draw will do to make sure of top place in the group. And Mbappe's in behind here straight away. And he hits the underside of the bar from the angle. It looked more or less impossible, but he did it all right. Wow. Kone to play it inside. Well, what a start.
Well, is that a sign of things to come to? This French team in the tunnel, you could see in their eyes, there's no letting down for them. And as you alluded to, they want to stay here in Boston. They don't want this game going scoreless or tied at any point. They don't want to give Norway any hope. They want to win this game and get it over with.
And as Jeff Shreves was reporting before the kickoff, the reasons are pretty sound. They don't want to have to pack all their gear and move off to Dallas. They want to stay in this part of the world for the knockout rounds, which is exactly what they'll do, unless Norway can come up with what would be quite a big shock, I think, given the team news before the game here. Is Upamecano for France, who are, of course, are among the big favourites to win this competition. You heard Erling Haaland saying with our interview, Katie Shanahan, earlier this week, he thought France would win the World Cup. It's the referee who's going to have to stop the play. Doué played it into him. Michael Oliver is in charge, the Premier League referee. He's going to call the play back. Quite rightly too. Not much you could do about that, really. It's a good ball to him, wasn't it, from Doué?
Bad trap by him. You know, Ian, Katie Shanahan did a fantastic interview with Erling Haaland right after the game, after their 2nd match. And he made that comment saying, I don't really care about the France game. They're probably going to beat us. They're probably going to win the World Cup. And it just makes me wonder if the plan all along for this Norwegian team was win the first 2, rest, and get on with it, because they were just sort of over it. And clearly the lineup changes today would suggest that as well.
Half-hearted appeals for the penalty after that good run by Torsvedt. Strong Larsen to the ball, played into him. France could take advantage again here. Dembele looking to find Olise. Wasn't played right. Here's a return ball for Doué, who want to make a bit of a statement here. Had a quiet World Cup so far. Such a talented player, Desiree Doué. Landon, they've rested 1 or 2. There was no way Kylian Mbappe was going to miss the chance to add to his tally.
No, I don't think you're going to see any of the big stars outside of Haaland, of course, but the guys who are really, really in the running and expect to be in this tournament for a long time for the Golden Boot, they want to play every minute. And you only get so many chances to play in a World Cup. And I'm sure Mbappe said to Didier Deschamps, do not take me out of the team.
Early pressure from France. Koundé to pull it back, bouncing around dangerously. Norway get it away and beaten away. Very well indeed by Selvik, the deputy goalkeeper who's coming to the side today, plays for Watford. One-way traffic so far. Is Olise, who's already among the assist leaders for this World Cup, as he was around Europe playing for Bayern Munich this last season. Doué took a little deflection, only a little one on the way through, no problem that time for Egil Selvik. Another way of looking at this much changed Norway side today is that it's a chance for one or two players to state their case, just give the manager a little nudge. Here's Oscar Bob, transferred this past season from Manchester City to Fulham. It's on the loose side. Looked like Koundé was brought down there. Senegal leading already in the other game going on in this group, and they need a big, big win to have any chance of being one of the best third places. So they'll need to add more against Iraq. Here's Dembele. Opportunity here. The Ballon d'Or winner, and he scores. France ahead early on. Ousmane Dembele with his second of this World Cup.
Well, you could feel it coming already, Ian. The ball pops loose in the midfield to Kylian Mbappe. Takes a look up and sees Dembele wide right by himself. As it falls to him, first time ball here. Fantastic way to the pass. And you thought Dembele might come in on his left foot. Just fakes it back to his right and then smashes it into the left corner. You have to say this is likely a sign of things to come. 1-0 to France.
Finds the net perfectly.
And you could just tell Selvik was screened there. Had absolutely no chance.
Certainly no sign at all early on here that France are going to need to pack their suitcases. On their way, we think, to playing Sweden in the round of 32. Bouncing around dangerously. Mbappe will certainly fancy chances to add substantially to his tally. Doué almost offered a free shot, which he took, but didn't get hold of it. Torsvedt looking for the 1-2 with Oscar Bob for Norway, who have only lost one of their last 18 matches. That was in a prep game for this World Cup against the Netherlands. They were beaten 2-1. But it's a big ask with the players they put on the pitch today, in all honesty. Is Østegård. Falconer, another of those who've come into the side today. Just winning his second cap. At the back, Henrik Falconer, who plays for the Norwegian club Viking Stavanger. Welcome to the World Cup. You're up against Mbappe and Dembele today.
Well, and anybody else who ends up coming into the match later, too.
And Elise being held back by Patrick Berg. I think the referee is going to... Now he's not. I thought for a moment he was going to just let him get away with one early on. But it's a yellow card for the Bodo Glimt player, Berg.
It's absolutely the right decision by Michael Oliver. You can see him drag back Elise. Patrick Berg, the first player to go into the book now.
Remember, single yellow cards are wiped out after the group stage. Just an extra amnesty to help everybody out in what is a longer World Cup. Another amnesty after the quarter-finals. Just for future reference. Upamecano's ball is pretty loose that time. Strong Larsen was there. He didn't find Bob, who's in acres of space. And Norway get an opportunity. Torsvedt trying his luck from range.
Oh, and that's a big chance missed. Strand Larsen had Oscar Bob all alone. And couldn't slide it past the defender.
Switching off a bit, Schjelder up. Then Bob. It's not as if Norway don't have some useful shadow players. Far from it. If France do take their eye off the ball a little, it could conceivably let Norway back into it. Here's Dembele again. There's the movement of Mbappe. Østegård had to be very, very careful where he planted his feet there. Trying to keep tabs on Mbappe at that speed. It's like trying to trap lightning in a bottle. There's Kone playing in the midfield, the Roma player, who made a pretty good impression in qualifying. Still alive, played back by Dembele. I don't have the stats in front of me, but there have been a lot of early goals at this World Cup in the first 5 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Incidentally, here's a little sidebar for you. That Senegal goal, scored in the other game in the group already, put Scotland down to 9th place among the 3rd place teams. And remember, it's only the top 8 of them who go into the round of 32.
You know, Ian, to that point, we've said over and over during these first matches, every goal matters, and I'm a bit of a...
Here's Mbappe. Elise! And the block worked, but Norway getting themselves in a rare old mess back there.
Fantastic block in the end. You're waiting to see the net bustle and for that to be 2-0.
Next on our Fox networks, Group H concluding with Uruguay against Spain. That's a tasty game on Fox. Cape Verde against the Saudi Arabian team on Fox Sport 1. Coverage starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. That's 4 o'clock in the afternoon on the West Coast.
So Østegård just get enough of that to keep it out. Just quickly on that point, I know I sounded like a broken record early on, but every goal is so vital, and Scotland will look back, particularly in that Brazil game where they gave away 2 goals. Their goal differential had been -1 instead of -3. Probably a good chance they would have gotten through. We'll find out in the coming days, but just every moment so crucial in a World Cup.
Now we have a free kick. Up from the back comes Leo Østegård, who's already scored at this World Cup from a set piece and came mighty close to adding to his tally in the following game. So he's forward here. Berg to play it in. Well dealt with by Deo Upamecano. Schjelder up here, the Benfica winger. Then Aursnes, Strand Larsen, big chance! Oh, he had to take it, and he didn't take it.
Wow, what a big chance. As he throws his foot out, just gets there ahead of Upamecano. It falls so kindly to him, and he just can't get over it. A big chance for Norway there to level the score.
We can only speculate what would have happened if that had been Erling Haaland. I think we know what would have happened. But he's only watching on. Saw him with his arms around Rayon Cherki, his Manchester City teammate, plays for France earlier on. I think just an indication of the bonhomie that exists. I think Norway are quite relaxed about life. They're very, very pleased to have advanced into the round of 32. It does look like they're going to Dallas, unless they can turn this around, to play the Ivory Coast, who've looked distinctly useful. Good game. There are lots of them coming up. Here's Elise. Just put Kone up in support of the attack here. He's almost further forward than Mbappe.
Well, Ian, when they get Norway pinned in their end, they can play really high. There's no threat of counter with Strand Larsen. Just doesn't have the pace to run away from them, so they can really keep Norway pinned in for long stretches high up the field.
It's Dembele, and the flag does go up. Must have been a little buzz on the wristband of the official on that far side, something new, which detects if you're even just a fraction offside. There is a chip in the ball. I can't go into how high the technology is around here these days.
That is so frustrating as a teammate when Dembele can look down the entire back line of Norway and see whether he's onside or not. It's inexcusable to be offside there.
Dembele hadn't scored at the World Cup before this edition of it. Now he's scored 2 in the last 2 games. Is he going to join the Golden Boot race as well? Got a bit of work to do. Is Mbappe works an angle, really got hold of it, and Salvik had to be smart. Mbappe, 16 World Cup goals in 16 appearances, including a hat-trick in the final. You might remember, even on the losing side against Argentina 4 years ago in Qatar. He won the Golden Boot that year with 8. Might take more than that to win it this time around. Tchouaméni, then Upamecano. Koundé of Barcelona to feed it wide, playing with chalk on his boots over there. Dembele. Ball domination from France. Once a little bit loose, it nearly fell to Oscar Bob. That's what Norway are hoping for, to break up this attack and then counter quickly. Easier said than done. Jeff Shreves has more on Mbappe for us.
Yeah, Ian, everybody says strikers are selfish and wants the Golden Boot. But I can tell you, when he cut inside after 22 seconds, and also when he had that shot just now, on both occasions he looked up to see if there was a better option, and when there wasn't, that's when he took his shot. So I've got to say, from my vantage point, which is pretty close, he is looking elsewhere beforehand.
Yeah, pretty close. Just as well you're not marking him, Jeff. Thank you. Somebody's got to. It's quite a job as well for the Bodo Glimt defender, left-back Fredrik Bjørkan on that side, who's got Dembele to cope with. His shoulder up for the Norwegians. And now Bjørkan joins the attack on this side. It's a decent looking attack. Asgard from distance. Torsvedt lost possession. That could be costly. The way France can counter is Mbappe, pulled by Ostergaard. Play on, says the referee, because France still have it with Dembele. He's going to try his luck again. He's going to score again. Dembele at the double. Maybe he is going to join that golden boot race.
Well, if he has anything to say about it, absolutely. Ball gets fizzed into Mbappe. Does a great job holding the ball. Watch Mbappe's run around. Holds the defender. Dembele first time on his right foot. This time inside of the left. Into the far corner. Nothing Selvik can do. 2 goals for that man and 2-0 to France.
Perfectly placed. Guy Stefanou stepping in to coach France today in the absence of Didier Deschamps. He's seen the whole Deschamps story, been alongside all that time. Ousmane Dembele's unremarkable record in a France shirt before today was 61 caps and 8 goals. Quite low for him. He's up to 10 now. And counting, you could say. And that all came on that turnover at the other end with Torsvedt. Asgard here! Scores! Norway back in it! France went to sleep! Tello Asgard of Rangers with the goal for Norway.
Well, straight off the kickoff, you're right, France fell asleep. And you have to say, and it wasn't the first big chance that's fallen to Norway. Look how easy this is. Ball gets rolled in. Look at him shake Upamecano. Opens up like he's going to go far post. Lays Magnan down. Closes the gate. 2-1 France.
Keeper didn't smell it. Asgard does know his way to goal. He came on as a substitute against Moldova in one of the qualifiers and scored 4 times in an 11-1 win. Haaland got 5, by the way, that day. Good finish, wasn't it?
Fantastic finish.
But he had the freedom of Foxborough, as you said.
Well, the hard work was shaking Upamecano. It looked like he was going to go to his left. Let the ball roll past him. As my old manager used to say, that ball had a fake nose and glasses on it, disguised, and rolled it in to the near post.
Bit of a goal fest, this, so far. Headed behind for the corner kick. You get the feeling there might be 1 or 2 other chances in this game, don't you?
You think so?
Just 81 seconds between those 2 goals. Here's the France corner. Stays in play, and Olise's shot was a cracker. It was on its way. They got the block in. Some of these Norway players playing the Arctic Circle for Bodo Glimt. They're on pretty thin ice here. Dembele again. Koundé supports. Mbappe again. Olise again. Chouameni. And then Theo Hernandez. He wants to get in on the act, not that way. And that will be the match break, sponsored by Lenovo. And the talk of the town here is Ousmane Dembele, who has scored twice for France as they lead 2-1 here. You wonder what's going to happen next. France only need the draw, but they look full of goals, frankly.
I'm Gary. Unlock the savings at Boost Mobile and save up to $600 a year. I've been scouting these big carriers for a minute now, and I've seen them pull the same play 1,000 times. They promise you the world, then hit you with a price hike right when the game gets tight. But Boost Mobile, their $25 a month unlimited wireless plan is the most consistent player on the floor. No contracts, no price hikes. Unlock the savings today at boostmobile.com/unlock. Based on average annual single line payment of AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile customers compared to 12 months of the Boost Mobile unlimited wireless plan as of January 2026. For full offer details, visit boostmobile.com.
Upgrade your FIFA World Cup 2026 viewing experience. Build it like Beckham from the living room to the lawn with the Home Depot. Create a box seating experience with flowers for pops of color surrounding your pitch, the smell of grilled favorites, and a freshly painted fence sporting your team's colors. Fast free delivery is your home field advantage with charcoal, string lights, or whatever the game calls for right to your door. A clean assist. Build it like Beckham for match day. The Home Depot, official FIFA World Cup 2026 supporter. Subject to availability.
FIFA World Cup takes the global stage from June 11th through July 19th on Fox 1, the official English streaming platform of FIFA World Cup 2026. Stream all 104 matches live and get closer to the action with a personalized viewing experience built around you. Choose up to 4 streams with multi-view, catch highlights before jumping into the action, get live stats in real time, and replay key plays instantly. Experience the FIFA World Cup live on Fox 1. Watch 3 days free. For details, visit fox.com. Offers are subject to change. See Fox 1 for complete terms and conditions.
Welcome back. Ian Darke alongside Landon Donovan, bringing you coverage of France against Norway, both unbeaten and with a 100% record going into this game in Group I. Top of the group is worth something because you can stay on the East Coast. And I think with the slightly easier game, no disrespect, against Sweden than Ivory Coast, who the runners-up have to play in Dallas next Tuesday. France 2, both from Dembele, and the Norwegian goal scored by Tello Asgard, who's interesting. He was born in Liverpool in England. His dad is a cellist and his mum does music therapy. And he could have played for England.
What's music therapy? Don't know?
Yeah. I don't have an answer, as they say.
Therapy through music, okay.
But I'd be interesting to find out, wouldn't it? Sounds good.
Well, he sang quite a tune on that goal, Ian. I knew you'd like that.
I leave those lines to you, Landon. Very, very humid afternoon here. 3 p.m. kickoff local time. Here's Torsvedt into Strond Larsen, who missed that very, very big chance. He'll be kicking himself about that. Chance to score at the World Cup. France appearing in the competition and on a regular basis, of course. 2-time winners, and Norway haven't been in the World Cup since 1998, when they did get through the group stages but were knocked out by Italy. Indeed, Italy are the only team ever to beat them at the World Cup 3 times. That won't happen this year, of course.
No, they returned the favor in qualifying, beating Italy twice.
Yeah, thumped them. This Chouameni of Real Madrid happened to just hit that ball in behind, but it was overhit. Chouameni, scorer of a big World Cup goal 4 years ago against England from long range. In a tight-knit match, which France did go on to win 2-1. Harry Kane missed a penalty that day. Bjorkan won the ball well. Here's Schelder up. Bjorkan again. Starting to get forward down that left-hand side. Here's Asgard, the goal scorer. Schelder up. Tricky winger, that's lovely play. from the Norwegians. Where can they take it? It's strong. Larsen is in there. Can he get the finishing touch? No, he can't. Whoa. Here's Maxence Delacroix making his World Cup debut. One of the 4 changes by France today. Massive occasion, of course, for him. Only his 5th cap. Ostergaard did well to just follow the flight of that ball and make sure he won the header before it dropped in behind for Mbappe. This is Auchness, switch from centre midfield to right back today. And then Oscar Bob. They need a bit more from him down the right-hand side. A reminder that tomorrow on our Fox Networks, Group L concludes Panama against England on Fox, Croatia against Ghana on Fox Sport 1. Coverage starting at 4 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock Pacific. England not yet absolutely sure of their place in the round of 32, but it looks like they'll do it on 4 points.
Yeah, and also a difficult matchup tomorrow. Panama have been very good defensively. Will not be an easy game. I expect England to win, but certainly not an easy game.
Panama will be in search of their first World Cup point. They've gone close at this World Cup. That one's in New York. Here's Berg for Norway, who've shown signs of settling. Ostergaard. It's controlled by Theo Hernandez. And Strong Larsen's got another opportunity here, but Upamecano was just too quick. The Bayern Munich man, who has matured into a very fine defender. Still with the odd mistake in him, mind you. But not as many as a little earlier in his career. Dembele seeing a lot of the ball. And he'll be dreaming of a World Cup hat-trick now. Elise kept it alive. Doué. Kone across to Chouameni. And Dembele will try to get on that left foot again. You know it, you know it. And there's the result. He's got a hat-trick. Ousmane Dembele, unerring. Three in 31 minutes.
Well, I was just going to say, Ian, he is in a mood today. First time he got it, he cut in, waited, came back out, and then it comes back to him again. Cuts inside, waits. And in the end, the defending is just too poor. Again, Selvek, hidden, screen, can't see it. Will this man ultimately have the final say in the Golden Boot race? I wouldn't bet against him in this form. And there might be more to come. 3-1 to France.
Well, as if they didn't know that he wanted to work the ball onto his left foot, wasn't it?
Well, the problem is, in the first goal, he did that, cut to his right and smashed it. Now you've got the defender's head all over the place. Screening Selvek again. He's got no chance of seeing it. By the time he dives, it's by him. What another fantastic goal from Ousmane Dembele.
Dream first half for him. The last player to score a first half hat-trick at the World Cup was Oleg Solenko against Cameroon for the Soviet Union in Stanford, California. 1994. He got 5 that day.
Dembele might get 7 today. You know, when people talk about this French team, they are one of the favorites for a reason, and they have just so many weapons, Ian. Mbappe with a couple assists today. I think Michael Olise arguably has been their best player. He's been good again today, but not on the scoreboard. And then you forget Desiree Doué, who's been relatively quiet only because of Dembele's output, and Cherki, and Barcola, and Thuram, and Matete. They just have so many weapons.
Scored 3 in every game so far. They might add to it. Dembele again. And this time Tchouameni tries his luck. There have only ever been, before today, 3 French World Cup hat-tricks. 2 from Just Fontaine, who was a sensation in 1958. He got 13 in the competition. 2 hat-tricks. And the other one, of course, from Mbappe himself against Argentina in the final 4 years ago.
And you saw all 3 of those live, didn't you?
Not live, no.
Maybe on TV.
Maybe. I think Fontaine, the story goes, I don't know if this is folklore, he turned up to the World Cup and he'd forgotten one of his boots. Had to get him another boot. Must have been a good one.
Clearly.
Yeah. Theo Hernandez, whose brother Lucas is in the squad as well. Two-goal advantage restored for France, and you just feel, just like Landon was saying, with the amount of firepower and talent they've got in forward areas, they're probably going to get 3 goals most games, no matter what the opposition is. His Schelder up, who's trying to cause some havoc. He can't quite find Strond Larsen. It's not like Norway haven't had threats. They have, and they've got a free kick now.
So the question for France is going to be, can they defend for long stretches when they play really high-level opponents? So you see the late tackle here by Upamecano on Schelderup. When they play Spain, when they play Brazil, if they're defending for long stretches, can they maintain that? They are going to score. It's hard to imagine this group isn't going to score in every game.
It's a pretty open game. I think that's an understatement, this. Berg to take it. Østegård had come forward from defence, beaten by the opposite number 4, Upamecano. And here's the graceful Olise back helping out his defence. Yeah, it might come down to that. Who can stop France? Who can defend well enough in a match in the later stages? Coming up, we'll have the Visa halftime show. Rebecca alongside Thierry, Zlatan and Alexi. Quite a bit to talk about, including a Dembele hat-trick. Not the fastest hat-trick ever from the kickoff. That was scored by Eric Probst in the opening 24 minutes for Austria against what was then Czechoslovakia in 1954. Quite a long time ago. No, I wasn't seeing that one.
We're just going to leave it.
In case you were chipping in again.
And for the bigger teams, Ian, when France play the Spains, Portugals, Brazils, the hard part when you're playing this French team now is if you do pin them in for a while and they have to defend, then you have to deal with the counter. And when there's space with these guys, as we've seen today, they are just lethal. They're difficult to play against when you have a good defensive block setup, but in space they can just kill you. So I don't know how you stop them.
No way through that time for Doué. Such a competition for places in the team.
Bradley Barcola's already come on and scored at this World Cup, so he'll be looking for a run out later on here. Here's Elise again with that change of pace, his awareness of space. Dembele to lay it inside. Chouameni, Kone, Hernandez. It's better defensive work that time from the Norwegians. Falconer. Upamecano got there ahead of Strond Larsen. Free kick is given for the challenge on Schjelder, up by Koundé. Koundé has made it clear that he wants to stay with Barcelona. There's been some talk that one or two high-profile players might have to go, at least one, to finance the transfer movements they're looking for. Have to replace Robert Lewandowski, of course, Barca. Overhit by Østegård, who beats himself up about that error. Barring some sensational developments, France on their way to topping this group, which looked quite a difficult one when the draw was originally named.
Well, outside of that first half against Senegal, where they were quite poor, they have been scintillating. And they just keep getting better and better. And the last thing you want to do is give them more confidence, but putting out 10 new starters from Norway has done just that. So they will be flying into the knockouts.
This is Dembele, who's just for a moment swapped positions with Elise, who's gone out to the right-hand side. Doué was looking for an opportunity to let a shot go. It's Kylian Mbappe. Level on 16 with Miroslav Klose, because Messi's gone to 18 now, record all time. All happening at this World Cup. Bjørkan can intercept that one for the Norwegians in blazing sunshine at Foxborough. The stadium not exactly in Boston, the home of the Patriots, of course. It's a little way off. It's a terrible mistake. And Doué can't take advantage of it.
Really well done in the end by Selvik. He was left out to dry there. Did a good job keeping his feet, reading the movement from Doué to stop that.
Meanwhile, Schjelder up at the other end. Nasty moment for Henrik Falconer, who gave the ball away and nearly put it on a plate for France.
Selvik sets his feet and then he just has to guess and get down hard to his left. The risk there, of course, is giving away a penalty, but really well dealt with.
It's a bad miss, really, by Doué. Should have scored there. Could have done with that.
First sign of charity, really, from France. Norway with a corner. Could they sneak another one, I wonder? Right across the face of goal. It's good work from Auschnes with the header. Meanwhile, what a ball that is. Dembele, flag is staying down, cuts it back unselfishly. Might have tried another cross shot. Plays it in again, and Mbappe goes up for the header, and the ball rolls out of play. Before that, some superb defensive work at the other end.
Yeah, watch this from Upamecano as this comes in, just the back heel out, and it leads to the counter. That might have been the easiest opportunity Dembele has had. Ultimately tried to roll it across the goal instead of shooting it.
Well guessed by Selvik. to stop Douay from getting on target and making it 4-1. This Wednesday coming up, July the 1st, US playing Bosnia and Herzegovina in the round of 32 match. Coverage starting 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific on Fox. That's next Wednesday coming up. For that massive game in US history. Win that, US are in the last 16. Powerful run from Kone here for France. Wants the return, gets the return, and Selvik again to the rescue. He's having a pretty good game for the number 2 keeper. And there they are trying to play out from the back again, and they get the free kick. But Norway, architects of their own downfall in some respects today.
Well, Mbappe's been the facilitator today, and another lovely cushion ball into the path of Kone, who tries to roll it by Selvik. It's amazing to say that a goalkeeper's had a fantastic first half when he's given up 3 goals, but he really has kept this from getting even worse.
And is the heir apparent, really, for Norway to Ørjan Nyland, who's Norway's oldest World Cup player, the number 1 keeper, having a rest today. Only the 8th cap for Selvik. He's going to remember today, all right.
I was just thinking, thanks, Coach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He would have known it was going to be busy, and it has been. 3 goals, but could have been more. He gave the ball straight to Asgar there. France, who've not exactly been foot perfect themselves at the back. Douay. Just Mbappe up there with him. Elise arriving. Here is Elise. Fancies one. Didn't really get over it.
Again, this is the challenge with playing higher up the field. In transition, France are so good. This time gets to Elise. He's on his weaker right foot. Just leans back a little bit. But another chance for France.
Both of these teams, of course, playing a little bit with the pressure off, but that's making for an entertaining spectacle for the neutrals. Not that there are too many of those in here, apart from Landon and I, of course. Yeah, Elise being held back. Nobody needs to make that much of a fuss about it. When you're watching Elise play, he makes the game look ridiculously easy. It looks like it's absolutely no effort for him.
It's so fascinating to hear Thierry Henry talk about him because he coached him.
Yeah.
And he always says he thinks the game through. So he's just, when you watch him from here, his movement is so good. Technically, he's so gifted. And then he almost always seems to make the right decision every time. It's just really fun to watch him.
Is Kone. Yeah, football IQ, isn't it? Among other things. This is Torsvedt, who is the son of Erik Torsvedt, the old Spurs goalkeeper. Chouameni wide. Dembele wants the ball all the time he can get it. Stays in play. Chouameni, and maybe it didn't stay in play because the referee's whistle blasts.
And a good decision by Michael Oliver as it comes back off Chouameni.
5th World Cup match for Michael Oliver, one of the top referees in England in the Premier League, and looking to equal at this World Cup the record for an English referee of Arthur Ellis and Howard Webb, who refereed 6 World Cup games. Howard Webb had a final. Once again, Olise seems to have all day. Tough work out there. They've had the break, of course, and you do need it today.
One thing to keep in mind, Ian, as we get into the second half, it is pretty hot today and it's quite humid. This is a bunch of Norwegian players who have not played a lot in the tournament, so they haven't played a match probably in at least 3 weeks. You're going to see some really tired legs as this game goes on with the amount of defending they've had to do.
You might be a little out of rhythm. As hard as you work in training, it can't replace actual match play. Here's Dembele taking on Buurkan again. Nothing doing this time for France. Comfortable 3-1 lead. We've almost had the 5 added minutes, and I'm pretty sure after this goal kick, Michael Oliver will blow for the break. Pretty eventful half. Get on with it, he's telling the goalkeeper. That's what they're trying to do at this World Cup, and you do applaud it. Make sure there's not too much lost time and the ball stays in play.
And the half-time whistle does go. A hat-trick for Ousmane Dembele. Norway getting on the score sheet themselves through Telo Asgard. We'll check in with Rebecca Lowe in Los Angeles after the break. And Thierry Henry, Zlatan Ibrahimovic and Alexis Lalas will join us too. France in command here.
FIFA World Cup 2026 on Fox is sponsored by Ferrero. Go all in and score big with our match day treats.
It's the one night a year single people can legally have sex.
This whole thing is nuts.
What about you and me?
Clock's ticking. Get out there.
I've been told I'm a 7.
By who? Your mom?
No, she thinks I'm a 10.
Oh my God. Go, go, go.
We're running out of time.
Ow!
Oh!
What happened to your eye?
Allergies.
Is it?
One night only. Rated R. In theaters August 7th.
This message is for anyone chasing a dream.
The people that I have around me, they got a lot of love for me. They give me so much support. That's what you live for, knowing that you were there for each other through whatever you needed to be. I'm here because of my belief. Not just that I could do it, but that I didn't have to do it alone. It took my village. It took everyone.
Is David's backyard ready for the FIFA World Cup? Maybe he'll build it like Beckham. Brilliant move here. David's going to the Home Depot for the assist. David can flip it like Rich. Paint it like Patricia. Deliver it like Dan.
My beehives. This is so relaxing.
Plant it like Patrick.
Or watch it all happen just like Josh.
Very happy to help.
Where are my ultras?
iHeart. Unlock the savings at Boost Mobile and save up to $600 a year. I've been scouting these big carriers for a minute now, and I've seen them pull the same play 1,000 times. They promise you the world, then hit you with a price hike right when the game gets tight. But Boost Mobile, their $25 a month unlimited wireless plan is the most consistent player on the floor. No contracts, no price hikes. Unlock the savings today at boostmobile.com/unlock. Based on average annual single line payment of AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile customers compared to 12 months of the Boost Mobile unlimited wireless plan as of January 2026. For full offer details, visit boostmobile.com.
For adults with Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms, every choice matters. Tremfya offers self-injection or intravenous infusion from the start. Tremfya is administered as injections under the skin or infusions through a vein every 4 weeks, followed by injections under the skin every 4 or 8 weeks. If your doctor decides that you can self-inject Tremfya, proper training is required. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions, increased risk of infections or lower ability to fight them, and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or need a vaccine. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
Did you know not all batteries are the same? For example, only Duracell batteries are built different with Power Boost ingredients. And Duracell are the only batteries that make this sound every time you say Power Boost ingredients. See? Duracell batteries with Power Boost ingredients. You try. Told you. Duracell batteries are built different with Power Boost ingredients. And they're built right here in the USA with US and global parts.
Do you know the symptoms of moderate to severe obstructive sleep apnea, or OSA, in adults with obesity? They may be happening to you without you knowing. If anyone has ever said you snore loudly, or if you spend your days fighting off excessive tiredness, irritability, and concentration issues, it may be due to OSA. OSA is a serious condition where your airway partially or completely collapses during sleep, which may cause breathing interruptions and oxygen deprivation. Learn more at don'tsleeponosa.com. This information is provided by Lilly, a medicine company.
An upper corner shot's just deflected by the goalie. It's a corner kick. Wow! Incredible!
Beautiful shot!
No, that fan earned 2% cash rewards buying Pulisic merch.
They're using the Active Cash Visa credit card from Wells Fargo, which scores unlimited 2% cash rewards on purchases.
Scoring 2% more. Wonder what that's like.
Oh, it's like...
Score off the field with the Active Cash Visa credit card from Wells Fargo. Terms apply. Visit wellsfargo.com/activecash. Visa, worldwide partner of FIFA World Cup 26.
Impressive.
If you run a business, consider this. 77% of Americans say our nation's 250th birthday is an appropriate time to celebrate. That gives you the green light to advertise. Let iHeart help you advertise around America 250. Call 844-844-iHeart today to get started.
The last man, straight red card. Arrivederci.
Could have been two.
And then we have a free kick here from Sadio Mane. Good free kick, good save. Little deflection from the wall or not, Thierry?
Yes, a little one.
Just a one goal in it then for Senegal and Iraq. The live Group I standings then based on these results. If it holds, France claiming the top spot, Norway in second place. Senegal will be finishing third. Iraq would be eliminated. The United States concluded their group stage campaign last night. The Americans now turning to the round of 32, and we're going to hear from their captain, Tim Ream, on the other side of this.
Please be advised. You may want to stop eating the following foods immediately. Broccoli, kale, bean sprouts, blueberries, quinoa, spinach.
Wait, what? I thought those were good for me.
Turns out, not for everyone. Because what's healthy for one person can cause inflammation for another. And the only way to really know what your body needs is to listen to it.
Listen how?
That's where Viome comes in. Viome is a simple at-home gut health test that looks at your body's real-time biology using RNA to understand what's happening inside you right now. When your results come in, you'll learn exactly which foods to eat, which to avoid, and which supplements are right for you. All based on the world's largest RNA-based human biology database and thousands of clinical research studies. And many people who use Viome report more energy, better digestion, and a better mood within months. So stop guessing. Start knowing. Visit Viome.com. V as in Victor, IOME.com. Viome. Trust your gut.
Everyone sees me as a football player, but before anything else, I'm human. I'm Javier El Chicharito Hernandez, and every single day I'm still learning how to live with problems, mistakes, ever since I was born. This isn't a normal podcast. Everything here is spontaneous, real, and genuine. Just honest conversations about what it means to be alive. I'm Javier El Chicharito Hernandez, and this is Learning to Be Human. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Learning to Be Human, and listen now.
If you're still using a sports book to bet on the soccer tournament, you're getting robbed. Delete that app and join the millions using Polymarket. Polymarket's a prediction market, not a sports book. You trade against other fans, not the house. Polymarket, your go-to prediction market for soccer's biggest stage. Available in all 50 states. Download the Polymarket app, use promo code FIELD to unlock $50 free for your first trade. That's promo code FIELD. Trading not available in all jurisdictions. Check local regulations before trading. Restrictions and eligibility apply.
Some people say soccer culture doesn't exist in the U.S., but
it is an American game.
And it goes beyond the stats.
It's your culture.
It's a connecting force.
I like watching it with my dad.
To the players and the stories.
I took an elbow to my head, which cracked my skull.
From Futuro Studios, this is American Football, a show about soccer culture in the U.S. and its underdog roots. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search American Football, and listen now.
US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
You've accidentally cut your daughter's bangs unevenly. Do you A, line things up a centimeter from her hairline?
Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man.
No. Sweatbands are so hot right now. Everyone's wearing them. Like that basketball player and that other basketball player.
B, get spiritual.
Mom, where did all the mirrors go?
A reflection could never capture our true selves.
Huh?
Beauty is within.
C, look on the bright side.
Less time blow drying, more time texting.
Or D, show empathy.
Mom, you really don't have
Ta-da! Twinsies!
I kinda love it. As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org/OH. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
The FIFA World Cup 2026 halftime show on Fox is presented by Visa.
Next up for the US at this summer's World Cup is a round of 32 clash with Bosnia and Herzegovina on July 1st. Jenny Taft caught up with veteran defender Tim Ream today.
Let's talk about brotherhood, and now it's a family, it's staff, it's everybody behind the scenes, it's the players, it's everything, and that. One result, we're not going to be reactionary. One result is a result. Obviously, would have loved to win the game, but at the end of the day, we have bigger things in mind, much bigger things in mind. So that's where the energy is today, and that's what we're going to focus on.
Later today, Groups H and G will draw to a close, which includes a meeting of past champions. Federico Valverde will lead Uruguay against Lamine Yamal and Spain in Guadalajara. Our focus right now is on the conclusion of Group I. The second halves from both Boston and Toronto are still to come.
iHeart.
You've got the apps for sharing pics.
You've got the apps for making playlists.
You've got the apps for scrolling endlessly at 2 a.m.
But if you don't have the iHeart Radio app,
you're missing the boat. Live radio, trusted DJs, breaking news.
Live play-by-play, endless music and podcasts just for you.
The iHeart Radio app completes your entertainment lineup. Download the #1 radio app.
The free iHeart Radio app today.
iHeart Radio. Years of early mornings, every weekend, every holiday, all for one dream, to play on the LPGA Tour. She finally turned pro. Now, she just needs a stage worthy of her talent. Next Golf is that stage, a professional women's tour in Florida built to give these athletes the runway they've earned. Support her journey at nextgolf.com/support. That's nxxtgolf.com. Play it forward.
The MoonPay X Games Sacramento will deliver 3 days of world-class action sports and live music by Cascade, Mustard, and Subtronics June 26th through 28th. Watch the debut of the MoonPay X Games League, where the world's best athletes compete for their team championship on ABC, ESPN, and ESPN2. Fans everywhere can also stream every moment worldwide on the ESPN app, Roku Sports Channel, X Games YouTube, Kick, and the X Games TV Fast channel on Amazon. June 26th through 28th. Don't miss out on the action.
877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
Vacation voucher not available in Oregon.
Professional wrestling fans, the action continues every week. TNA Thursday Night Impact every week on AMC. For showtimes and more information, visit TNAWrestling.com.
This July 4th, celebrate at America's Block Party, a can't-miss concert at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum. Hosted by America 250, see music performances from major artists, patriotic tributes, and kick off Giving Forth to make it the largest day of giving. Learn more at america250.org.
You're grinding, putting tracks on Spotify, making TikToks, and watching fractions of a cent roll in. Exposure doesn't pay rent. It's time for real stakes. Welcome to The Beam, the new music competition app. Real fans vote. Brands buy your music before it breaks. You win money and exposure. No more chasing algorithms. Just compete and get paid. Download The Beam at thebeam.com or on the App Store. Submit your track, earn what your music deserves on The Beam, the only chart that writes checks.
FIFA World Cup 2026 on Fox is presented by Lay's.
France lead Norway 3-1 at the break. Ousmane Dembele with a 32-minute hat-trick, the second earliest hat-trick in a World Cup match ever, after Austria's Eric Props against Czechoslovakia in 1954. His came in 24 minutes, so Dembele just, 32 minutes, come on, just the second fastest in history. You've been wanting to see Dembele come to the party. Both of you have been calling for it the last couple of weeks. What do you make of that performance?
Me, Zlatan, and everybody. I mean, you want to see the best player perform, but, I'm happy for him because you need everybody to be in that type of mood. And that's why I called for Desiree Doué to wake up in a way, not in a bad way, but come to the party because you never know what can happen in a round of 32. We might need you if Dembele doesn't score, if Mbappe doesn't score, if Michael Olise doesn't score, if I don't know who doesn't score, you need to come and make sure that you can score. So let's see what Desiree Doué is going to do. And I'm happy for Ousmane, obviously.
I mean, it's scary, Zlatan, isn't it? When you go through those names.
It is scary because I do believe they will score. I don't believe they will not score. So this is the Dembele we know, we recognize. We wanted him to get his space to do his things, and today he took care of it. He has 3 goals. I don't know if this is the first hat-trick in 45 minutes done. Need some confirmation there, but left foot, right foot, as long as it goes in. And this is all Haaland's fault. Yeah, Alexi.
Yes. I said yes. Oh, goodness. Listen.
But we got to be honest. The best thing that happened to Norway first half is when we did the row. Yeah, that's the best highlight.
I mean, they must have expected this, Lex. They made so many changes.
I mean, they said it, literally. They said it, and they're, getting what...
He was probably tongue-in-cheek, Haaland. No? You're not having the tongue-in-cheek?
Okay. I mean, maybe it's Norwegian humor. I don't know.
Okay, good analysis of Norwegian comedy there. Some changes. Let's take you back. Ian Dark alongside Landon Donovan for the second half.
Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you, fellas, for the halftime chat. Yeah, 2 changes coming up here for Norway. One of their goal scorers, Marcus Holmgren Pedersen, coming on, plays at fullback. And Morten Torsba from Cremonese, the Italian club, who is a big activist for climate change. And especially wears the number 2 shirt as part of his campaign for stronger action to combat that climate change. That is keeping global warming well below 2 degrees centigrade. So hence the number 2 on his shirt. He's on to play it right back for the Norwegians, who playing in red. Changed to an all-white outfit today for France, who've been pretty much in command of this, apart from giving up a few chances to the Norwegians. Flicked on by Asgard, who got that goal in the first half. He's got a pretty good return, actually, as a Norwegian international. 6 goals in 9 caps. Not bad for an attacking midfield player.
He's a good player, Ian. And you might think that because Ødegaard
He's had such a phenomenal career. It is sometimes probably hard to get on the field, but he's a very good player. His goal was really well taken.
No Martin Odegaard, no Erling Haaland in the starting lineup. They're being kept under wraps. May not appear at all here today, so they're nice and fresh for the round of 32. That's clearly the thinking of Ståle Solbakken, the coach, a former Norwegian World Cup player himself. Back in the 90s, Norway got to number 2 in the FIFA rankings at one point under their coach Egil Drillo Olsen. What they won't want going into that knockout round, even with a weakened side out here today, is a real hammering.
Yeah, you can tell the way they've come out. They're just content to be really cautious and careful and careless in this instance, but not a lot of effort and energy in going forward quite yet. And perhaps that changes, but you're right, Ian. That's the last thing you need going into a knockout round match.
There have been some notable comebacks in World Cup history. Remember, it goes back to 1930, nearly 100 years. But no team has trailed by 2 or more goals at half-time and come back to win in the second half in all that time. Surprised by that.
We actually did against Slovenia, but for bad call by the referee in 2010. We were down 2-0 at halftime and scored twice and scored a third that was incorrectly taken back.
Yeah, Maurice Edu, I remember it.
Yep.
You scored a really good goal that day.
Thanks, Ian.
Into the roof of the net from an angle. I remember it well. Bob turning, twisting in and get the penalty kick here. Norway, there wasn't much doubt about it. Michael Oliver pointed straight to the spot. So here's a twist in the plot.
Well, no complaining as Theo Hernandez sticks out his left leg, fouls Oscar Bob. Of course they check it, but there's no doubt that is a penalty. And could things get interesting here, Ian?
Yeah, they could, because the margin potentially goes down to 1 goal. Don't think there was too much doubt about the decision, was there? Mark Clattenburg, what do you think?
Yeah, I think that's an easy one for Michael Oliver, who was in a great position to see the tripping offence. Once the defender sticks a leg out, the attacker goes over. It's a simple decision, and the VAR will agree with the referee's original decision.
The usual procrastinating before the kick is going to be taken. And it's Jürgen Strand-Larsen, the Crystal Palace striker, who will have the job of putting Norway within reach of something in this game, maybe against the odds and against probability, up against Mike Maignan, the French keeper, who's taking his time. Keepers are under strict instructions. Larsen here with a chance to put his name up in World Cup lights. And he doesn't take a chance. It's a big, big save by Maignan. It wasn't really struck quite hard enough, and he got there.
Well, they're just checking Ian to see if he came off his line. He did not. Kept that right foot rooted to the line. A really, really poor penalty by Larsen. Not enough power at a very savable height. Really poor penalty, but well done by Mike Maignan. Keeps France's 2-goal lead secure.
Terrible placement with the penalty as well, wasn't it? Not even in the corner. Half hit.
There was no conviction.
Yeah.
Just nothing to it. It's a terrible penalty.
Carno's under a little bit of pressure there. There's Lacroix getting it away for France. Well, what an opportunity Norway spurned there. Bob again, who's exploded into the game a little bit. Laid off by Asgard. Sheldon, another opportunity for Strand Larsen. He's having a bad day. Missed that big chance in the first half. And you wonder what would have happened if Haaland had been around, because he would have taken the penalty, of course. Meanwhile, that's a great piece of goalkeeping. He really is, by Salvik, who's had an outstanding game.
We saw that play developing from a long way away. Kylian Mbappe striding down the center of the field and just a little bit overhit. Well read by Selvik to come off his line and gather that.
Only the second penalty miss of this World Cup. The other one was by Lionel Messi. It does happen, you know. He is human.
Barely.
That's deflating for the Norwegian players. Particularly Bob, who'd worked so hard to kind of make that happen and draw that foul inside the box. Østegård. Here's Asgard again. He's been full of positive energy in the middle of the pitch, Asgard. Wants the ball, gets the ball. Bob again, player who's come back from a broken leg in his career, looking for the little 1-2 around the edge of the box. And won't quite get to that one.
Here's that break. Mbappe lays it off with the outside of the boot. Watch him gallop down the middle of the field. You can see this developing and just overhit. Selvik coming to claim that one.
Not many people win a foot race against Mbappe, but Selvik had read the danger and was quickly off his line. Just as well for Norway. Shelder up forward. Strand Larsen again. Crystal Palace paid pretty big money for him, getting on for $60 million. And he's lost his place in their team with Jean-Philippe Mateta, who's on the French bench today, holding that position down. Shelder up. Not frightened to run at the defenders down this left-hand side. He thinks he was fouled. The referee, Michael Oliver, doesn't. Corner. Norway appearing in this stadium for the second time in this World Cup. They beat Iraq 4-1 here in their opening game. Set them on their way, a 3-2 win, a thriller over Senegal in New York as well. Back in Boston now. Is their corner kick. Goes a long way. Got the flick on the near post from Østegård, and nobody on the back post to turn it home.
It's an excellent little floated, clipped ball. Østegård gets there first ahead of Upamecano. Little glancing header, and you were waiting for someone to arrive to tap it home on the far post. Unfortunately for Norway, it never came.
Big save by the man they call Magic Mike Magnan, who plays for AC Milan. Guy Stefan holding the reins today for France. Father of the Queen's Park Rangers boss, Julien. Queen's Park Rangers who play in the English Championship. Dembele tried to find Olise. France just coasting a bit, you sense, at the start of the second half here. Olise might change that, though. Is Mbappe to lay it back, and then, whoa! How close was that?
Very. You saw it from Selvik's dive. Gets it out of his feet. You're waiting for that to hit the net. Selvik did a good job covering that. Just missed.
Of course, one thing that's happened today with that hat-trick by Ousmane Dembele is he's gone on to 4 goals, level with Mbappe. Now then, has the goalkeeper got a problem here? Savic's taken off his gloves. This is the Mbappe effort. Wants the physio to get involved as well. So you wonder what's wrong with the keeper here. Waited a long time for a chance like this in the World Cup. He's 28 now. Egil Selvik of Watford, but he's been given a really sharp display. Otherwise, France could be quite a lot further clear. Next on our Fox networks, Group H concluding, Uruguay against Spain. Spain on their way, it would seem, to top the group. Can Uruguay do something about that, I wonder? That's on Fox. And Cape Verde against Saudi Arabia on Fox Sport 1. Cape Verde have been one of the surprise packages. Coverage starting at 7 o'clock Eastern Time, 4 p.m. Pacific Time. Spain, of course, among the favourites, slipping into gear, and I think that's been true of a few teams in recent days. I don't think any of the big favourites look like going out just yet, but of course we're getting close now to the sudden death knockout phase of this World Cup. All gets underway on Saturday, that phase. South Africa meeting Canada. Quite a recovery from the South Africans. And I'm told that they were hooting their horns and around Johannesburg and Cape Town in celebration of that surprise win that has rescued their campaign. That's Sunday, I beg your pardon, that game, just to get that sorted out. Still a few games left to go in the group phase, and as you will have gathered, a fair bit of drama to cover. That amazing escape from Ecuador and New York, New Jersey last night. Savic's okay again. Not quite sure what the problem was, but he's back in action anyway. Scan the QR code on the screen now to vote for your Michelob Ultra Superior Player of the Match. Dembele might be in the running with a hat-trick. Scored that hat-trick in a little over 25 minutes between first goal to last goal of it. Østergaard plays his football in Italy, trying to find Bob. It was on the optimistic side, and Theo Hernandez was there for France. All the way by Lacroix and Chouameni. Carelessly given away by France there. Can Norway engineer another chance to bring it back to 3-2, or will France pounce again, as they are wont to do? Of course, is Dembele on that left foot. This time Torsby got an interception in. Dembele once more. Chouameni. Koundé. Free kick. As news comes in of another Senegal goal, they need plenty. They lead Iraq 2-0 in that game. Iraq are down to 10 as well.
And this was the first real sustained pressure by France in the Norwegian defensive end. Much better from them, moving the ball quickly. Doué finds the ball, faces forward, and gets clipped. And now the first big chance for France to score in this second half.
Lacey in charge of it. might even go for goal. Instead it's drifted towards that back post. Could have been something. COYI it was who was arriving from the back.
Wow, and the timing of this was really good. He might have just been leaning offside. Couldn't get his foot on it, and it rolled out harmlessly for a Norwegian goal kick.
Here's Bob up against Hernandez, who's having none of it. Used all his experience there. Mbappe's little layoff. Aurelien Tchouameni laying it wide. Tchouameni fined nearly $600,000 for his fight with Fede Valverde at Real Madrid, hitting the world headlines, really. Anything that happens at Real Madrid does. Mbappe again. Fast run. Kept in play by Doué. Just past the hour mark. And the big thing that's happened in the second half, how about that from Doué? Was going for the party piece, wasn't he? Big chance for him in the first half, denied by Salvik. (3-1) up France. They haven't won their third group game at a World Cup. A bit surprisingly, since 2006.
It's an incredible stat.
Yeah.
I'm sure a few of them they didn't need to, but
yeah,
it's just an incredible stat.
That includes the 2010 campaign, which turned into a mutiny, basically. Bob's at it again here. He's been lively in this second half after a quiet period in the first half. He's pretty determined to make a difference by the look of it here. Senegal are getting the job done in the other game in this group now. 3-0 up. Mbappe and Elise are there. It's Mbappe. He wants one. He's going to get one, does he? No. They got the block in with Berg. Forward by Tchouameni, and Ostergaard had read that. Gets it away. Maxence Lacroix.
It was excellent defending by Berg there as Mbappe cut inside. Your tendency is to stretch and open your legs and try to make a block. But he just kept his legs shut. Mbappe was hoping he'd open them, and he didn't. Ultimately made a really good play to keep this at 3-1.
Manu Kone to Michael Olise. This time does lose control. It's almost a collector's item. You don't see that too often from him. Not these days, anyway. Dembele again. And this time they know to try to keep him off his left foot. A couple of changes of foot for France. Ryan Cherki is going to come on. And Bradley Barcola as well to play out on the left-hand side. Cherki, a very, very good player to watch. 10 goals and 15 assists for Manchester City this past season. The French strength in depth is something to behold. Still alive. Mbappe lobs it in, hoping that some trouble might accrue. It doesn't.
This French team, Ian, game by game, they almost take turns taking over the game, and when they get to the knockout rounds, they get everybody firing at the same time. It's just impossible to keep them out. It really is.
Olise and Dembele are the players who've made way for France, so they'll be wrapped in cotton wool. Henrik Falconer will not forget today. The Viking player plays in the Norwegian league, facing the global superstars of France for only his second cap. And he'll be replaced here by Sondre Langos, who plays for Derby County in the English Championship. And involved straight away, Langos. You do feel that Norway, if they were going to get anything from this game, had to put that penalty away. Working in tight spaces, found by Torsby. Free kick to France. Are they going to add to their goal tally here? Already 9 in this World Cup. 3 in every game they've played. If that carries on, it might be pretty difficult to stop. Mind you, they scored 3 in the final 4 years ago, and it wasn't enough. Beaten on penalties in that memorable game against Argentina. Match break now sponsored by Lenovo, and France in command of things here and on their way to topping the group. Will they add to their tally, leading by 3-1 so far?
So, you're locked into a lot of things you can't change. Weather, traffic.
Hey, stay in your lane.
Your wireless carrier's latest price hike. But you can unlock a better way. Unlock the savings at Boost Mobile and save up to $600 a year. Switch to the $25 a month unlimited wireless plan. No contracts, no price hikes, and you keep your phone. Stop being locked into their games. Unlock the savings at boostmobile.com/unlock. Based on average annual single line of payment of AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile customers compared to 12 months on the Boost Mobile unlimited wireless plan as of January 2026. For full offer details, visit boostmobile.com.
Did you know not all batteries are the same? For example, only Duracell batteries are built different with Power Boost ingredients. And Duracell are the only batteries that make this sound every time you say Power Boost ingredients. See? Duracell batteries with Power Boost ingredients. You try. Told you. Duracell batteries are built different with Power Boost ingredients. And they're built right here in the USA with US and global parts.
Are you looking for support in your weight management journey? Zepbound tirzepatide may be able to help. Zepbound is a prescription medicine used with a reduced calorie diet and increased physical activity to help adults with obesity or some adults with overweight who also have weight-related medical problems to lose excess body weight and keep the weight off. Zepbound is approved as a 2.5, 5, 7.5, 10, 12.5, or 15 milligram injection. Zepbound contains tirzepatide and should not be used with other tirzepatide-containing products or any GLP-1 receptor agonist medicines. It is not known if Zepbound is safe and effective for use in children. Don't share needles or pens or reuse needles. Don't take if allergic to it, or if you or someone in your family had medullary thyroid cancer, or if you've had multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Tell your doctor if you get a lump or swelling.